Good morning everybody. It seems to be cost of living in the Philippines time on YouTube and I have decided to join in. Let me share a little bit on how I prepared coming to the Philippines. It took me over a year. I watched YouTubers like Rikai, Ned and Michelle, Chris Ren, a Brit in the Philippines that is. And I was especially interested in their cost of living in the Philippines videos. Not because I wanted to copycat them, but because I wanted to know what to expect coming to the Philippines. It is not like that Chris can live on a budget in the Philippines, like what's he doing, £500 or something, that I can do the same. I mean, when you hear and read on livingholland.com about my cost of living in the Philippines, that's my lifestyle. Keep that in mind. And my lifestyle might be your worst nightmare. Same with the videos of Ned and Michelle. They were very, very helpful. And they gave me an estimate of what I could expect living in the Philippines when it comes to electricity or dining out or paying rent. I'm gonna beat Ned to the electricity bill since I don't use the aircon as much as he seems to do. So my electricity bill might be a lot less. And that's what I mean when there is no good video on the cost of living in the Philippines. Because it's all about them and not about you. It's their way of living in the Philippines and it's their living standards they have set for themselves. And you have to set your living standards for you. No one can tell you how to live and on what budget you should live. I mean, you know how much money you can spend in the Philippines and you have to live accordingly. To keep track of that budget, it might be wise, like I did in your preparation time of coming here, making a spreadsheet of your finances, see what's coming in and what's going out, and where can you cut back. You can live in the Philippines on a shoestring budget, sure, but you end up in a nipa hut somewhere in the jungle without internet connection. You can make your life in the Philippines as expensive as if you want it to be. I mean, you can rent houses here for like 5,000 pesos a month, but you can also rent houses here for 50,000 pesos a month. It's whatever you want to spend and whatever you can spend. So set your budget and stick to it. Set your budget for the Philippines and check all the YouTubers and read all the blogs on living expenses in the Philippines and make sure that the budget you have for the Philippines is enough to cover your daily costs there. The videos may give you a pretty much an average. Next to that, you set your living standards. What do you want in daily life and on what standards you can compromise? Do you really need a 2-bedroom house or can you live in a studio apartment? Do you want to live close by the sea? That might be more expensive than living more in the countryside. And one island to another island may differ in housing prices as well. Shopping in the Philippines is pretty much the same on every island, I discovered. I still am a little bit surprised by the amount of money I spent in the supermarkets. The things that add up in my basket are those things I have in mind going shopping and still remembering home, like cookies and crisps and stuff like that. So if you want to cut back on your costs in the Philippines, skip those things. As for dining out in the Philippines, you can make that as expensive as well. I mean, you can live on instant noodles all you want and your life will be pretty cheap. If you want to add some vegetables and you want to add some fresh fruit, you might find it a little bit more expensive. But then again, it's all about preferences. What do you want from life? What do you want on your plate? If you want to eat Wagyu steak all the time, you'll need a lot of money here. So the cost of living in the Philippines, do I have the answer? No, I don't. I can't judge about your situation. I don't know what your budget is, and I don't know what you can spend here in the Philippines and what your life expectations are when it comes to living a good life. Define what is a good life to you. Have your budget in mind. Be realistic about it. Watch other YouTubers, read my blog leavingholland.com, and for the Dutch viewers halloaarde.net. Check the website numbeo.com that gives very accurate information about living costs in any country in the world, and set your own budget. Be wise about it, add some extra for that rainy day like I told you, and you'll be doing just fine. Don't ask questions like how much do I need coming to the Philippines, because there is no answer to that. That's all up to you. You can live here like you live in the West on any budget. Well, that's my thoughts on cost of living in the Philippines. I want to thank the YouTubers that share their monthly costs with me while I was preparing for coming to the Philippines. It has been very helpful. I might be sharing some of the information about what I'm spending in the Philippines occasionally, but I prefer to write about it on my blog leavingholland.com, and for the Dutch viewers halloaarde.net. You'll find all different topics there, from eating out in the Philippines to costs on specific islands. And use all the information you find on YouTube and the rest of the internet as a guideline. Well, that were my thoughts on living costs in the Philippines. I hope to speak to you soon. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'm much appreciated if you do, or just give me the thumbs up if you don't want to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.